Well, summer's approaching and Summer Odyssey's favourite for the next. It's at 18 to 10. Let's take a look in terms of this handicap, fillies and mares on the poly, and it's over 1,200 metres. It does appear to be the horse to beat over here for Alan Greef and Richard Fourie. I'm going to ask Darren Burrows just very quickly, how strong the global force, or will that global force form work out?
Clyde, it could. It was a novice. It wasn't a handicap, but I don't think she's a good thing at all. I think there's dangers. You've got horses like Golden Pacific. She's on the up. She's improving. She loves the poly. You've got European Summer that is placed in some features. There's not much between European Summer and Bonnaroo on that last effort behind 3 Rocks. There was only a neck between them. So I thought all of 1, 2, 4, and 5 had chances. But in saying that, Summer Odyssey, she has run some decent races in juvenile features, but I don't think she's a good thing at all.
Okay, not a good thing at all from Mr. Burrows' side. Your side, Mr. Marie, for this jackpot?
Not much else to add, Clyde. You know that she's extremely well weighted, and Global Force was out at the weights last time out, so it wasn't the best of efforts, but you have to take notice of her being the stable elect over Bonnaroo, who I'll give her a winning chance. Golden Pacific, I mean, she's improving with racing. She loves the course and distance. European Summer's done extremely well in open company. So the exact same as Darren sees it, between numbers 1, 2, 4, and 5.
1, 2, 4, and 5. Well, it's a jackpot that we've got for you. So let's get straight into today's jackpot. It's the first of 2. And in this leg, Darren's gone 1, 2, 4, 5, as has Daryl, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, by 1, 2, 4, 7, 10, by 3 and 6. Okay, you're back with us. Welcome. It's time to have a look at the next jackpot here today. This is a classified stakes over 1,200 metres, a race with conditions. It normally does favour the fairer sex. Coastal Path in this particular event. He has been in fairly good form. Maybe the form line hasn't been all of that great just yet, but we'll figure out what the boys have to say. I'll come to Daryl in a moment. After Coastal Path in the market, you've got the horse Abound, and you've also got another one in there that's got to have some sort of chance. Notorix. Daryl, what odd race horses?
Yeah.
What?
This horse Coastal Path, Clyde, he won on debut, actually landed a bit of a gamble, and since then he hasn't really achieved much, but his ratings come down enough to start being competitive again, so he's a natural inclusion. Abound, I think the connections were disappointed with his latest effort. They expected more from him, but then again, he wasn't well treated in that race, and let's see how Summer Odyssey goes in race 4, because he represents the same form line as she does behind Global Force. And then Notorix, I made a big run over here. I just get the feeling that the 1,000 meters on the poly is too quick for him nowadays. So I love the fact that he's stepping up to the 1,200. And I'll probably lean towards him as my narrow first choice.
Okay. Well, it's another jackpot. Let's put it up then. Thanks, Daryl. Second jackpot. Just before I do, Darren, I beg your pardon, just to get your view, because we're going to put Daryl's jackpot on in a moment. Would you agree with that?
I do agree with most of those selections, but I do like Persistence as my first choice. Now, he was a Mike Stewart horse in the Western Cape. He didn't like the winter. He didn't handle the soft conditions. His first run in the Eastern Cape, Mike Stewart raided with him, and he ran second, beaten a neck. I thought that was a cracking effort. Now he's changed stables to the Cliffy Miller stable. Premium Joker gets a chance. And I think Persistence, a great place bet at 8 to 1 and probably 16 to 10 a place. Coastal Path should be right there off his current rating. So Near Longsword's got a chance, Notorix and Abound.
Okay, that's interesting with the Persistence. Yeah, I think it has also they've started shortening that horse now, Darren, that you're referring to. There's Daryl's jackpot 1, 2, and 4. If you do want to add Darren Burrows' 10 in, make a note of it. By second leg 1 and 4. By 1, 2, 3, 6, and 8. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's go on to race number 6 on the card now. Take a look at the market here. Gavin Smith had a good one the other day, had a nice a double, and I think they did very well. Muzieni is going to be riding this horse. Ikembula Bizifatane is priced up at What have they got it now? 28 to 10. Market's not suggesting it's a one-horse race though. Back for More is 7 to 2. Number 2, Miami Beach, is trading currently at this point in time at 9 to 2. And the next one in there, Darren, is Triumph, who's trading at 9 to 2. So which one of those?
Well, Clyde, this horse Back for More, a very impressive comeback run in August behind Miami Beach. You had Ikembula Besifasani in the race. There was a length separating all three of them at the line. But Back for More's second run after arrest was flat. It was a true second run syndrome back, and she ran a below par performance. She could bounce back having a third run. Miami Beach is alive, and number 4 is also alive. So I'm at it between 1, 2, and 4. I'm hoping that Back for More can put that last run behind her and improve again.
Okay. Thanks for that, Mr. Marie. Your view?
Yeah, I have to agree with that, Claude. You know, her comeback start, number 1, Back for More, was eye-catching. And then she was just flat in her second run after arrest. Take note, there's an equipment change. Her tongue gets tied for the first time. She's having a peak run. She's a kilo and a half better off with Ikembula Besifasane. I can see her reversing that form. But you know, Ikembula Besifasane was a cracking run last time out. A very tactical race. I don't know if you recall, Muzi and Cabello went hammer and tongs from the jump. And there was even an objection. It was overruled. You can see they pulled so well clear of the third place runner that she picked up a hefty penalty for that second. I think she went up 2 kilograms. But in saying that, the third horse, who was 3.5 lengths further back, Angel C's, come out and won since then. So I've got a healthy respect for her. She's obviously in cracking form now. So 1 and 4 to fight it out from my side.
Okay. So this is a handicap at the 70. You heard there are a few. It's not cut and dried. Here are what we suggest that you do, or here is what we suggest that you do. It's a pick 3, which wraps up races 6, 7, and 8 for you. And Daryl going both 1 and 4 here by 1, 2, 3, 6, and 8. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You must remember Daryl was brought up on a farm. That's why he could pronounce the favourite's name so well. Time now for the Nelson Mandela Bay Racing Poly Challenge. It's over the 1,600 metres. And let's see who comes together for this leg of the challenge, where Perfection Gavin Smith tops the boards at 3 to 1. The Mitchley stable is the second choice. Number 1, Prince of Fire, priced up at 4 to 1. And number 2, Port Louis for the Greef stable, 4 to 1. So, and I see Stradham's in there. Gallic Tribe. Jason Gates mentioned that he's very happy to get this ride back. Gallic Tribe, they're hoping to win it as well. Competitive.
It is very competitive, Clyde. I mean, there were 5 or 6 of them that flashed across the post, basically within half a length of each other. So a lot of luck in running could determine, well, luck in running could determine a different result or the outcome of this event. Interesting, Perfection never contested the second leg of the Poly Challenge, so he doesn't represent that same form line. Prince of Fire was doing good work late. He probably would have won in another stride or 2, and he's stepping up to a mile. Healthy respect for him. He's having his third run after arrest. Gallic Tribe was caught a little bit too far back than ideal. He was flashing up late. He has to go into orbits, and yesterday we heard Jason Gates say that he's figured this horse out, so I'm sure he'll be chomping at the bit to get him past the post first. Yeah, Clyde, very competitive. Like I say, luck in running, we could see a different outcome.
Okay, Darren, your take on it?
Clyde, I like Gallic Tribe. I thought Gallic Tribe definitely the horse to beat. You know, he turned into the straight like 8 lengths back last time out. He got beat half a length. His penultimate start, he should never have lost against Prince of Fire. They steadied him at the 300, and he still quickened up from almost a standstill position to run onto Prince of Fire. So I thought Gallic Tribe, the horse to beat, but this horse, Perfection, he doesn't stay more than a mile, and he's been more than a mile in his last 3 starts. Go back 4 runs. He beat Port Louis, number 2 on the card, by 3.75 lengths unextended. That was on the poly over a mile. So he holds Port Louis on that start. And then Prince of Fire, I believe he's a 1400-meter horse. So I'm going Gallic Tribe and Perfection to fight it out.
Okay. Got it. Interesting in race indeed. We're taking swingers in this race with Perfection and Gallic Tribe, those two. That's the running of the 7th. For this, the running of the Nelson Mandela Bay Racing Poly Challenge.